This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Here is it morning. I don't know what it is with you. This meeting is about non-duality. Non-duality means not two. And the most normal thing, what we are used to, is two, like right and wrong and me and you. Everything is two. It seems like there's dealing with everything. So it seems always like two. And then there's this message saying, no, there's only one. And that sounds a bit strange because when we are used to deal with things, that's it. There's only one. That means there's no one inside. There's not anyone inside. So there's no one to do. There's no one to deal with things. There's what's happening. There's not only what's happening, there's what apparently happening. So everything is an appearance. It's real, it seems real, and it is an appearance. It's not happening, and it's apparently happening. It's an appearance, and the appearance is also not there in the same time. This message is crazy. This message can't be understood. There can be some things that are said that can be understood, but it doesn't matter if it's understood. That's nice because there's no need to understand. It's just what's happening, and that's very normal, very easy. Walking, eating cheese. There's nothing to understand about that. That's what is the message, and there's no one doing it. So it's happening by itself, by its life, energy happening, apparently. So nothing is important, nothing is needed, and it's everything. It's everything. There's no need to look for something because it's already everything and it's complete. There's nothing wrong. There's also nothing right, but there's nothing wrong. So there's no need to learn for a better behavior, learn to do the right thing. There's no right thing. There's what's happening. And that's it. There's no reason. There's no why. There's no meaning in life. That's also huge because we're so used to meaning. Meaning is added on that what's happening. It's a construct. So it's just this and that's it without anything added onto it. And when there's me, there's a lot of beliefs and constructs and why dealing with anything. And when there's wrong and right, there's underneath, and there's me, there's underneath always something going on like there's something wrong, there's something not right yet, there's something missing. Maybe I have to learn it so it will be all right. And then that's when there's me, there seems to be separation. There seems to be me and other things. So there's a distance. And when there's a distance to everything, that can feel like I'm missing something. It's not complete yet. So there's a search starting, and it's not only in the mind, it's energetic. So that can be felt like a search, a drive towards something. There's always something that's not yet complete. There's always something, maybe there's something wrong with you or with the world, and we need to make it right. And then there's this message saying, no, it's already complete. It doesn't mean it's nice. And that's the misunderstanding. When there's me, it feels like there's something wrong and I have to feel good about myself or about what's going on or other people. And they're starting a whole survival system and trying to behave in the right way, so you will be loved. So there are a lot of things that is about behavior, behaving in the right way. There's no right and wrong. So it's every behavior. It doesn't mean it's nice, it's good, it's what it is. This message is only a describing of that's what that's what it is. So there's no advice, there's no knowing in this message. There's just saying it's what it is. Nothing more than that. So it's very simple. It's not known. It's what it is. And we can talk about that. Maybe there are questions, maybe there are a lot of things that maybe you don't agree. That's also, you can say that. And we'll talk about that. So if you want to, you can unmute yourself and start talking, and we'll see what's happening. And it can be silence, it can be not talking, not saying, maybe there's coming a question and not saying it. Then that's what is. There's no right behavior. There's nothing. It's not that when you ask questions that's better, or not asking questions is better. There's nothing better than something else. There's a question. What is the function of a mind if there is no one? There's no mind. It seems like a collection of thoughts, but there's just thoughting. There can be thoughts. And we think that thoughts help us to deal with things, or thinking about something that's helping to deal with it or to solve it. A lot of thinking about what to do. They don't have any power, thoughts. It's just thoughts. That's it. They don't have any meaning. We think they have meaning. They are really important to work it out. Life is underneath that. It's just going, despite anything. So there's no need for that. It just happens here or somewhere else. And it's the same. It's not here different than somewhere else. The only difference maybe can be that it's not seen as important or having any power. It's just thoughts happening, can be there. And there's already no one. There is already no one. So there's no need for look for it. There's no need to look for no me. It's already like that. Maybe there's a feeling, oh yes, there's certainly I am and there's a me. That can happen. Yeah. Hmm. Is There's a question: is everything, including perceptions, are illusory? No, wouldn't say everything is illusory. Perceptions can be illusory. It's because it's like you think that it's like that. That's it, assuming that it's like that. When there's just what is, that's not illusory. It's an appearance. So it's there and not there in the same time. It's an appearance. But on top of that, there's assuming I am there, or it's because of that and all that. Then that's, yeah, it's an illusion. It's a misunderstanding, I should say. I could say. It's empty appearance. Everything is empty. Yeah, it's an empty appearance. That's it. That's amazing. Everything is empty. That's amazing. But when there's me, it seems like everything is solid and real. So it becomes important. When it's an empty appearance, and it's just empty, and it's new. There's no before and after, so there's no timetable or development. Doesn't go anywhere. It's completely different. That's the story of me. In the story, there's time, there's development, there's needing to learn or to get better. It's empty. It's empty and full together in the same time. In the same time. Yeah. Yeah. You can't understand that. You can't work that out. It can be suddenly like, oh, yeah, or not. But you can't think about it or have an image about it or try to see it. No, it's impossible. Don't need to. Doesn't matter. This is not about trying to get it clear or understand. It's more about loss. The loss of all concepts or beliefs that seems to be really there and important and true. And then suddenly something is lost. And then, it's different. Yeah. Mm.
There is a chat.
Ah, yeah. There's no physical energy system that gets unblocked like chi or life for. No, no, there's nothing happening. And then there's suddenly, oh, there's no me. Then there's nothing energetic happening. When all that is lost, everything is lost. There's nothing going on like trying to put it together or trying to deal with anything. So there can be a relaxation, but not only relaxation. It can be anything. There also can be stress, or it can be again. It's the body. It's energetic, so that goes on. In a way, it can be more relaxed. That's true. Yeah. I don't know nothing about chi or things like that. There's no blockage. There's no resistance. That's that's me thinking, oh, there's resistance or a block, and we have to unblock it or things like that. That's in the dream of me. There's all kind of things going on, like this is not yet finished or not yet complete or full on, and then we need to do that or to work on it. It's what it is. No, and not always you have a name for that. When there's maybe some pain somewhere or some feeling like something like that, then that's it. Maybe there's no name. You don't need to say it in a certain way. Doesn't mean there's something wrong. It's what it is. Doesn't mean you don't go to the doctor. Maybe there's going to the doctor in some situation. Yeah. Then that's what's happening. There's another chat. I feel somehow that it's about an energetic shift, new to me. In that state, it seems like no questions are arising anymore. It's an energetic shift in that sense that all that whole drive isn't happening anymore. So there's no beliefs or concept that's not arising anymore. In that sense, it's an energetic shift. But it doesn't feel as that you feel like, oh, it's an energetic shift. That here it wasn't not like that. Because suddenly that whole story, that thinking about things, that just stopped. And there it was. But it was not, oh, this is it. Or in a moment it was like, oh, it's like that. And then even that did fall away. And in the same time very normal, and you forget that whole thinking about things, that you forget it was there, because it's so normal just to live like that and not think about anything. It's very normal. And no questions about why. There's no why. No, there's no answers. There are no answers about why. I don't know. It's not knowing. But normally what I saw in all kind of teachings, they're saying there's only not knowing. And I thought, what is that? And I don't have that, or things like that. But not knowing, it's just like, oh, I don't know why. And if somebody says, why is that? And I say, I don't know. That's it. It's very simple. Very normal not knowing. What we are not in not knowing, sometimes there's something going on, like it's better to know. You are better when you know it, because when it's embarrassing when you don't know, something like that. No, it's not embarrassing. It's just not knowing. not less than knowing or things like that. It's so much importance to knowing, and not only in facts, but in a lot of things going on, like to know and to have control seems to be better. And then suddenly it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's what it is. There's no better. There's no worse. It's what it is. That's it. This is not a belief. It's it's what it is. Saying that, and that's it. For no one. And thinking, I don't get that. It's what it is. It's just a thought coming. That's it. No importance or meaning in that. It's another chat. So there's me and no me in different individuals. There are no individuals. So there's never a me. It's a construct, but it's an illusion. It's not there already. So there's nothing going on like losing the me or things like that. There's already no me. So it's not here's no me and there's a me. In a story, when there's a story of a me seems to be there and there's trying to deal with things and go, then that's me or I am. It can be very real and very like there. And that can be a hearing or not a hearing, that there's no one. So they're sometimes trying to get rid of that because it feels like, oh, there's something wrong with me, because that's the bottom of the how do you say that, it's that what causes all trouble. No, it's not. There's nothing that causes anything. There's nothing wrong. It's what it is. So maybe they're thinking or they're feeling I'm there, then there's that. It's not wrong. There can be a thinking like that. This is not about truth. What speaking here, it's the truth or something like that. No, it's a suggestion, like, oh, but oh, it's what it is. That's it. And there's no truth. They're saying nothing is wrong, but everything is chaotic also. Yeah, everything is chaotic. Life is chaotic. It's and we want to have some logic in that, especially for me, that it's nice or justice or things like that. Life doesn't see individuals. It's just energetic going in a certain way. Seems like all kind of circumstances. It's an appearance. So circumstances are also not happening and apparently happening in the same time. So it's not solid. And it's new. There's no development in that. And we see that's the dilemma of me, that everything seems real and solid and really happening. And it becomes important because it's also about me, and me is the center of all those happenings, and trying to deal with that or find like, oh, this is awful and it should change and all that. The drive to make it right is there. There's a lot of suffering because of that, all that it doesn't work out, or sometimes it does, and then I can't work it out, and how can I deal with that, and it's awful, and oh, that's nice. It's all the time that this is not life is not nice or awful. It's what it is for no one. Can be feelings, can be tables. It's not about us. It's not about me. Life is not about me or someone else. It's what it is. Walking, no story. And when I'm saying this, it's not about right and wrong. A lot of people know it's not about right and wrong, those words. But then it's about more flowing, or we have all kind of new words that trying to make it more comfortable or more freeing, or all those words. It's the same. It's saying, oh, that what's happening, it's not yet there, or not yet everything. So we need to learn, or we can learn, or we can unblock, or all kind of that. It's what it is. It's not wrong. It's not incomplete. It's what it is. And maybe you don't even know what it is, that you don't have a name for it. So what? Doesn't need to. Hmm. Okay, there's another one. In the story, 1.5 weeks ago, there was an open day at the school. It was very chaotic. In a way, I could laugh about it and also found it sad. There was a thought that this chaotic energy has to do with the survival system. I don't, yeah, that's what me does, always trying to think about what it has to do with this, or maybe it's because of that. I don't know. It's just what's happening. And then maybe there's chaos, or seeing a lot of people walking around. That's what it is. It's going nowhere. It doesn't need to be something. It's what it is. So then that's what's happening, and maybe something else going on. We are so used to look at it. We're looking at everything and at ourselves and at other things, and then have conclusions about that, or thinking about that. Me is that looking at things and trying to work it out, or saying like, oh, what is this, and how can I deal with it, or what is that, what it has to do with what. When that whole thing collapses, there's nothing looking at it anymore. That's lost. No need for that. It's just going by itself already.
Me is afraid of losing itself in life.
Yeah.
So it takes a step back in a kind of safe position, and
Yeah, it can be like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It doesn't want to lose itself. Maybe in some way it seems like that, but in another way, no. Not. Yeah. It's frightening. Then it's falling into nothing, in a black
Yeah,
hole.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels like when I become part of what's happening, I'm not there anymore. It's just
Yeah. 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 So what? But
It's
there's no big
terrible.
deal. That's so strange. There's no big. I was frightened. Like hell, of course. And then it's no big deal. Oh. Yeah, it's easy to say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah.
Yeah, it feels very liberating. Yeah,
Yeah,
to,
it's liberate, but in the same time, it's not, because it doesn't feel like liberate. It's like it feels like liberating when there's feeling like I'm in a prison. I'm
yeah,
trapped
yeah,
in
yeah,
that. Then
yeah,
it feels like, oh, that must be liberating. When it's there,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing going on about, oh, I'm
No.
feeling liberated. No, just
No.
no. It's very normal. Just drinking coffee, and not in that sense not special. But what also is there? It's like it's forgetting of it's not there, that comparing before that that's what me does. It's comparing, like, oh, it should be like that, or oh, you have that and I have this, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's lost too, because
yeah,
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 there's always,
yeah,
when me is there, there's always seeing like, oh, this is not complete, or it's not free yet, or it's not. Now we call it all kind of things. So
yeah,
it's not, and then it's what it is. So there's
yeah,
maybe a feeling of stress. Then there's a feeling of stress can happen here too. So that's
yeah,
it. It's not for me or my.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reference is gone. You cannot compare it to anything else.
No. No, but that's lost. To the
Yeah,
ability to do that, it's lost. I don't know how to do that.
yeah,
But it doesn't need to. It's
no,
part of that whole survival system, to comparing and looking at it, and no, making something else of it. It's always different. It's making like, oh, it's like you say, maybe like it's liberating, and it's like, what? No, no. It's just normal. It's yeah. Just sitting. That's it.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So it makes it into something special, maybe also. Like, oh, then it would be like that, or something in that. No, it's not different in that sense. In a way, it's different, and in a way, it's freeing, because that's whole trying and thinking about it and all that is lost. But in the same time, it's nothing is going on.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And when there's a lot of thoughts, then that's what's happening. It's not like, oh, that is not complete yet, when there are a lot of thoughts about anything, about how to do it or whatever. Then that's the energy, that's life. Not, it's not bringing you anywhere, or not important or whatever, but it's thoughts. Can happen. Yeah. Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Hmm. Oh, that's another question. Do you think listening to you might help dissolve the me? No, I'm sorry. No, of course not, because there's already no me. So nothing helps. This is not a meeting trying to help people letting go or things like that. It's only a describing, oh, or maybe a suggestion like, oh, there's no one. It's just what it is. That's it. And I don't know what's happening there, or it's not even there. Well, I don't know. There's nothing busy with that. Trying to help or trying to go. No. When in the story, I was a healer, so I could sense very well what's going on in other people. So it was immediately like feeling that and reacting on that and saying something about that. That's completely lost. And it was a relief also, like, oh, there's nothing going on about helping or feeling what's going on there or trying to deal or anything. No, it's just describing this, and when there's a question, there's a response. And I don't know where it goes, what's happening with that. I don't know. It doesn't matter, because that what's happening is it already. So it doesn't need to go anywhere, because it's seeing what's going on. It's already that. So that's it. It doesn't matter what it is. And when there are a lot of questions, then that's what's happening. That's it. And even there's another question. Even without a me, where is the freedom when you live in a war zone? What does it mean not to be a me in a war zone? When there can happen anything. When there's me, then there's always a feeling like this is awful and I want to have more freedom. I want to live in another place or things like that. When a war, nothing is real. It's an appearance. So it's an empty, what someone said, it's an empty appearance. So it's not real. That's already completely something else. And then there's also no one. So that what's happening is it. There can be pain. There can be the house is not there anymore, of course. And then there's cold, or then that's what's happening. It doesn't mean it's good or nice. That there can be circumstances. And the strange thing is, I can't say anything. There's nothing going on trying to change it. Doesn't mean it's that I do that. No, that's just not coming. And it's not a whole story about, oh, this is going on. It's very tiny. It's very sitting here, and that's it. Or maybe there's whoa, and then I don't know. That's a circumstance I'm not in, so I can't say anything about that. But this is what's happening. There's no story. There can be pain or no house or hunger or anything, but that's always trying to say what's going on when there are awful circumstances. Then it's still no me. Da, da, da. It doesn't have anything to do with circumstances. We are thinking circumstances are real and solid and it's really happening, and then all that's lost. And there can be anything. Yeah, I don't know what's going on then. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. You say magical. Oh. And where's the joy of life in bad circumstances? The joy is something underneath. Life is something underneath. And there in bad circumstances, there are circumstances that are like pain, with pain, you say with pain. Then there's pain, but pain is also like, it's an appearance and it's there and it's not in the same time. You can't imagine what it's that. I can't say how that is, but it's not only something going on like pain. It's there and it's not. It's apparently there. It's not in the same time. So that's already something else. And there's nothing going on like trying to change it. I can't even describe how that is. So I don't know. And I don't know what's going on, will be going on when there's war here. I don't know. There's just this circumstances. And then it seems like, oh, that. So the joy is not like complete joy. It's like babies or really little children. They're just playing. That's also in war. They're playing, or I don't know. And there can be sadness, of course. It's everything. It's everything. Maybe there could be a separate God. No one. Maybe there could be a separate God. No one really knows. No one really knows. Maybe. I don't know. I don't see what is God? I don't know. It's a construct. It's something man-made. Well, I don't know. There's tables. That's it. What is God? I don't know. Hmm. It's not only joy. It's, you can say joy. It's aliveness. Well, it's in everything. It's already in everything. It's life is aliveness. And it has nothing to do with circumstances. We are so into, oh, I'm here and that are the circumstances, and oh, that's not nice. I have not enough money, or they don't like me, or all those things. It's what it is. It can be pain or some feelings, but it's not only about you. There's no one, so it's not about you. Life is not about you. We think everything is about me, and I want to feel good. That can be lost, and there's nothing busy with I want this. No, I don't know. There can be a preference, like do you want coffee or tea or something like that. But it's no big deal. It's just nothing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's strange. You don't go on all day like, oh, nothing matters. No, but it's everything. So it's also drinking coffee and like, oh, that's also what's happening. Yeah, it can happen, of course. So, yeah, something else. What about competition? That's in the story of me. There's competition, wanting to be better, or trying to find. A lot of times it's with extreme competition or sport. It's wanting to finally, when there's a winning, there's something going on, like not wanting something else anymore. Like, oh, and then this is, oh, it's complete joy, like, oh, or free, or and then it starts again, and then it's for a moment, and then it goes on. Competition, yeah, it's about, I want to win, I want to have it all. That's something somewhere is, I want to have it all, or want to be the best, or something like that. And then, but it's already everything. So somewhere is something like that. It's already everything. Well, you can't understand that, because it's always like there's something going on, and you want to have something, being the best, or power, have all power, something like that. And then it will be all right. I will feel complete, or joy, only joy. And after 10 minutes or one day, it's already different. Like, oh, things. So it starts again. It's endless, an endless search for something that's everything. There's something else. I ask this because I feel that you accept life like there's an inner joy that will not let you destroy yourself even in the worst circumstances. Yeah, but there's no one doing that. Or yeah, but there's a yeah. It doesn't. There's nothing going on about this is better circumstances than that. No, there's not being busy with that. It's what it is. Yeah. Beautiful. There's so much compassion in you. Oh, it's also a passion for this. Like, it's everything. That's amazing. That's so easy also. It's already like that. So, ah. And the beauty is also that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I was always into, oh, this is not right. I should do something. There's so much resistance. I don't love this or not always that. And it's not about that. It's already that. There can be tension or not hearing what somebody is saying or not making seemed like somebody is angry because I didn't do the right thing. That doesn't mean it's wrong. No, it's yeah, somebody is angry. Yeah, that's it. Nothing is wrong. That's huge in a way. And in the same time, it's like, how can we not see that it's a construct? How can we think that there's something right or wrong? It's just what it is. So normal, but we so use and so embodied all those beliefs and concepts about what's right and what's wrong and what's the right behavior and how should I be. It's so embodied that it's like, I can't even imagine that. And then there's hearing this like, there's a longing for that. There's nothing wrong. Oh, that, oh, how is it possible? Yeah, but it's very normal also. Can I say I didn't like that? Yeah, I can say that. I didn't like that. It's very simple. Yeah, I didn't like that, but so, yeah, that's it. Doesn't mean it has to change. Yeah, would be nice sometime. Would be nice. Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, it's not. No, it's not really something. It's not really nice. Yeah. It's no big deal. It's just can happen. Things can happen that, well, yeah, then that's there, and then there's something else. Yeah. There's nothing hanging on to it or doing something with it or taking it home and busy with that. That is lost. So it can be like, oh, God, and then it's gone. It's already gone. And they're saying, no, nothing needs to change. No, but that's in the story of me. There's being busy with change all the time because there's not only about looking at circumstances, but underneath there's something going on. This is not right. What is it? And there's looking to things like, do I like this? Oh, this is not nice. Oh, this is awful. There's always being busy with that. That's me. That's that whole embodied me that's always looking at things and judging, looking at it and saying, this is nice, or this is, no, it should be that, or that. That's lost. It's just lost. I don't know how to do that anymore. And it doesn't need, there's no need for that. It doesn't matter. You can do that. It's not wrong. There can be like being busy with that all the time. And life is just going like that. It's just this and that and that. And on top of that, I don't like that. I want. But there's no power. But it seems the most important thing of the whole day, of the whole world, to be busy with that and trying to deal. And it's just and it's gone. It's just no importance at all. Wow, that's, it's amazing. There's another one, another question. What if it's all important? Do you consider that too a possibility? If it's all important? I'm not busy with that. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is. There's nothing going on about if maybe it is like that. It's when there's me, there's always trying to think, oh, maybe it's like this. Or maybe it's like that. Oh my God. When it's like that, what should I do? There's nothing busy with things. So it's what's going on. Not trying to deal with it or trying to think about how it should be, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's nothing going on about that. It's just not like I am not doing that anymore. It's just not coming. It's just not there. I see your point, though. Maybe everything is important and there's value. Okay, that can. And that's seeing like that. Then that's seeing like that. Isn't it, that's somebody saying, isn't it horrible that most people are living in this way of misunderstanding? No, it's not. No, because that's a way, that's the same thing like, oh, they're all people like living, no, no, no. I don't see people. It's just some people walking there, and I don't know what's going on over there. It's like making a whole thing like, oh, everybody is thinking like that. It's a construct. I don't know. I'm not busy with that. So yeah, I don't know. For example. So there can be anything, somebody can say, oh, but it's really important. Then somebody is saying, oh, that's really important. Okay. That's fine for me. If that's believed it's like that, then fine for me. I don't need to say, no, it's not important. No, why should I? If somebody believes that or is sure of that, then it's that. So this is not a message like, oh, I want everybody to do the same thing as that, or moving it, or thinking in the same way or something like that. No, that's just, I'm not busy with that. It's already complete. It's everything. So there can be thinking like, oh, this is really important. Then that's what's going on. There's nothing busy with the here that they're saying to someone, no, it's not important, horror. No, no. No, of course not. It's that's kind of arrogance, not knowing better. No, it's everything. It's already everything. So the way the thinking is happened, it's just energetic. So it's everything. And there's here some suggestions about, oh, but there's no me. It's just happening by itself. And it's what it is. And somebody saying, no, this is really important. Okay, then that's really important. That's seeing that. Yeah, can happen. Then that's what is. This is not about agreeing or having the same belief or concept or things like that. No, it's everything. everything. And then somebody says, for example, kindness is important. It can be a thing. It can be like believing that that's very important. It can happen or it cannot happen. Maybe it happens. It does. It's not always like that. And then that's what's happening. This is not saying this is the best way to live or something like that. I don't know. So just the describing, like, oh, it's what it is. That's it. Nothing more than that. Can be nice if somebody is kind for you. It can be nice. Well, can happen or not. And then what a lot of times going on, he was so awful to me. And then I was so busy with it, taking care, and then he was so awful to me. And all that stories. Oh my God. It's an endless story of this is the best and he should be or she should be like that. It's endless. That's the suffering about I'm doing so good and then I don't get anything back or whatever, all those things. It's not about that. It's not being busy with it. It's just not there. Oh. And if somebody, that other question, it's all by the chat. And if someone asks about something healing, wait, I don't see if this. Okay. And if someone asks about something, healing doesn't answer, sometimes happen. And if someone asks about something healing, doesn't answer, sometimes happen. Oh, maybe it's like that. Yeah, anything. There can be there can be a response. It's energetic, so it's not different than other people. There can be a response. Oh, that's nice. Or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's coming. You don't know. That's the same. Maybe it's a different answer, but then that's the answer. Well, that's the energetic answer. What's coming? I don't know what. There's no best answer or no. This is not pointing that this is the way or that is the way. It's saying it's everything. So there can be an answer, but that's a response like, I don't know what's coming. It's just, that's the same here. It's just coming and that's it. I don't, but it's there too. There's something typing, then that's what's happening. Doesn't have any meaning or importance. I can see that. It's what is. It's just what is. And on top of that, there can be a feeling or thinking like, oh, this is important. That can happen. I can't, but yeah, maybe that's different. But then it's different. So it's not less or wrong. No, nothing is wrong or less. It's just, it's what is. Mm. There can be healing, something, or not. Yeah. Yeah. This is not a way to live or the best way, or has nothing to do with that. It's already what's going on, the way the moving happens, the way the talking happens, the way the body seems to be there. That's what is. It's already complete. Doesn't mean it's good. It's what it is. In that sense, it's complete. It can't be not complete. But we think complete, it's like, oh, it's functioning naturally and there are no pain anymore. That's a dream. And there's a question, do theories about things still come up? No, not so much. Sometimes when there's a discussion with people about that, and suddenly there's coming something up because what it's more that I read it in the paper and I'm saying that information. it's not really something. Yeah. Can come up, can saying things like, I believe it's like that. Well, it's not really serious. Ah, come on. Do you give up on desires? No, there's no you, so there's no giving up. Desire, no, not so much. I'm not so busy with it. There's nothing coming, but it's not giving up. It's just not there. It's not arising, something like that. But it seems, and then that's the thing, when there's something going on, it seems like Rose doesn't have any desires anymore. But it's not that. There's no Rose. There's no Rose. It seems like there's a character, a body, and a person, and that has no me anymore, has no desires anymore. No, there's no Rose. That's the misunderstanding, or the dream of me, is that there's someone and there's a whole life of someone, and then there can be a change, then there's no desire anymore. No, it's completely lost. It's falling apart. Everything is falling apart. There's no Rose, there's just moving the hand, that's it. Nothing more, and that's an appearance. So nothing is left. Only that, moving the hand, that's it. There's no life of Rose. We can talk, there's still going on in the story talking about that. And that can sometimes can be. But it's in the same time, there's no Rose. There's just this, there's nothing. It seems to be like a body, but it's this, it's only that. Nothing more. And we make, and that's what we normally do, we make of, oh, there's a whole body of Rose, she's sitting there, there's a certain way she deals with things. That's the way me thinks in the dream. And that's just sitting. That's it. There's no life, there's no before, there's no past, there's no dealing with anything. It's what is. So, computer. Hmm. So there can be thoughts. It's energetic. Everything is energy. So there can be thoughts about something, about wanting to drink. I want to drink. I want to have coffee, just like that, or something. Yeah, can happen. Very normal. Very normal. What about creating things? There's no one, so there's no. I am not creating things. It's what's happening. There can be anything happening. There can be all kinds of circumstances. There's no one creating things. That's what's happening. So it's life. Manifestations you like to see in life. Oh no, I'm not. There's nothing busy with that. There can be like, I want to sit on an island in the sun. Of course, there can be thoughts like that, and then it's gone. Yeah. And maybe there's doing something on the computer. I've booked a trip. suddenly, but that's what's happening, or not, maybe it's not happening, maybe that's happening suddenly. Ooh, yeah. But it's not me doing that. It's just that. And then it's gone, and there's no rose. There's no rose. It's an appearance of table and hands and legs. Yeah. Or circumstances. The garden. Yeah. Without any meaning. Well, that's what me does. It makes it adds on everything. It adds, seems to have, this has a meaning, and what's the meaning? And I have to find it, or this is awful, or this is important. Or it adds it onto what is, and then it seems nice or something else. And I want to have that, or what do I want? All those questions. And he said, but you say it's both empty and full. Yeah, it's empty and full together. So everything is empty, but it's empty and table. It's empty. Yeah. So you can't imagine that. No. But suddenly it can be like, oh, that's what she said, or somebody else. Oh, and maybe then maybe it's for a moment, maybe it's longer, but oh, and then, but it's not. You can't understand that. This message is not about understanding. But you don't need to understand that. Doesn't mean it's not yet enough. And seeking fullness. No, you can't. Yeah, that's what me does. It's being fulfilled, or no. Yeah, that's because that's what me wants. Feeling fulfilled. And this is when that whole construct, when that's falling away, it's like it's not fulfilled. It's also nothing missing. It's what it is. Not saying that to yourself, but yeah, you can't say how it is. It's impossible. It's everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It's everything. Hmm. It's everything already. The way the sitting happens. Questions coming. And there's somebody saying, a long time I thought this is a way of living. Yeah, of course. We think like, oh, there's finding what's the source of our suffering, or what's the source of what's not. Oh, wow. And then there seems to be this message like, oh, it's the me. It's the me that trouble, and that, oh, and we like a lot of times I think also there's no me. It's seen like, oh, there's no ego, something like that. And that's the ego that troubles everything. And, oh, this is a big ego. I'm not that big ego, or all that. But it's not about that. It's more worse than that. There's nothing going on. There's just no Rose. No, not even no me, but no Rose. It's just everything can be lost. It's not there. But we are so busy to confirm that I'm here and I feel really that, and all the time that's that not you, but that's that whole survival system is trying to survive. And me on top of that, thoughting, trying to deal with things, trying to understand. It's always busy trying to survive, and can be very subtle. It's very strong. It's so strong. It can be very clear and still it's going on. And you think, oh, what is that going on? It's very clear. There's not there. And then still that's going on. Yeah, it's that strong. It's energetic. So it has nothing to do with understanding of being clear, can be there, and still it goes on. Because understanding and knowing is it's so tempting and feels so, that's it. It feels like, yeah, now I have it. Something like that in a subtle way can be there. And it's having nothing. So it's very simple and normal and not important or special at all.
What's also frightening is that I don't know how to live anymore.
Ah,
And I'm afraid to make mistakes. I think that's a
sure.
big one.
Yeah. Yeah, suddenly there's something happening that control is not that so much. And then, yeah, but how do I, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Then I
Yeah,
can make
yeah,
all kinds of mistakes.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's about losing control and then, what's going then? Because you think when I'm talking or paying attention, then it will be all right. Or, oh my God, everything goes wrong when I don't do anything. God, I know that. Oh, yeah. It's so strong. It's so embodied. Maybe you somewhere even know, but it's so strong. It can be so embodied. And then it's just that feeling. Yeah. Yeah. And there can be mistakes. There can be that somebody, I don't know, you're moving to somebody and then you completely lost and taking the wrong streets. And yeah, that can happen. I don't know. It doesn't mean that everything is all right. When the control is not there, it will be all right then. No, you don't know. Mm.
And then the tendency to analyze very strong where it comes from. Me
Ah,
too, did a lot
yeah.
of development work with where trauma comes from and
Ah,
etc.
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
They're all,
Mm. Mm.
I'd rather do that
Yeah,
than
yeah,
not know what to do.
yeah, yeah. That's also a kind of knowing in that sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it's not only there can be being clear about this, and still that that whole energy is so used to do that can go on for maybe for a longer while, that because it's that, and it's the energy. It's just goes on. It's not you like, oh, I shouldn't do that. No, it's just energetic. It goes on, and then maybe suddenly it's not there or different. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Somebody's saying, "Oh, where? Wait, sometimes there's another one. It's a fantasy. Uh, to oh, to ask colleagues to go to Tony Parsons. Maybe when they are in that, then it will be better on my in my work. I don't know. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they like it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if there will be a change. I don't know. Um, there was something else. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's already gone. Oh. It's not that you can say to somebody like, uh, oh, then you're on your work and somebody say something, and then you say to your colleague, no, but there is no right and wrong. It's not this where I'm talking about. That's a new way or new concept that it's not lived, and then you have no new thing like, oh, but that's no good. It's yeah, and people think about, yeah, like, come on, it's not about that. I don't know. It's not a new way of living or a new belief like this. There's no right and wrong. It's
Yeah, Rose, the colleague is saying to the kids a lot of time there is no right or wrong.
oh, okay. Okay. Can be saying that. Yeah.
So then I'm also a little bit curious about what what has he seen, or
Oh, in that sense, you mean?
does he know
Mm.
about this? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That can happen, but there are a lot of people that are already, I know for a long time ago, there were books like I'm okay and you're okay and all that. There's so much going on about there's no right and wrong. And then suddenly there's something like, yeah, but it has to be, oh, yeah, there's some things going on and trying to change it. Or, well, yeah, it can be, you don't know, can be like an opening. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks.
And then all that exists is this. Yeah, but it's not, it's apparently exists. Yeah. But yeah, everything is this. Yeah. Yeah. That's the question. Is everything energy? Yeah, I call it energy or life. How can you say it? Yeah, it's energy. Apparently. Hmm. So it's everything. It's this and that. It's what happens, what apparently happens. And when there's a thinking, I don't get it, then there's that thought, I don't get it. It's everything. There's no exceptions. It's unconditional. And that's life is unconditional. And that's love. It's unconditional love because there's no exceptions. There's nothing excluded. It's everything. It's the way that talking happens. It's the way it's closing the computer. It's sitting. It's everything. There's nothing that isn't it. And there's no way to say like, oh, I'm living that. It's already like that. So you don't need to look for it. There can be a search for it, but the search, the drive, that maybe that is it. It's that feeling, or a lot of uh, um, um, impatience. Then that's what's happening. It's nothing is wrong. Nothing is right either, but nothing is wrong. That's amazing. We're so into this is better than that. There's no better. There's no worse. There's what is. There's just separation. There seems to be separation. And when they're seeing that, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's what it is. And when there's feeling that, can be a drive like, oh, I want that. There's no separation anymore. So that's energetic. It's happening. But then those thoughts can happen, or that drive. But that's it. So there is no separation because already that drive or that thought is it. It can't be not it. It's everything. Everything is everything, everything, everything. So there's no way that it's something not it. That's how that in that separation seems to be thinking like that, and this is better and this is wrong, and I want something else and things like that. But that it's energetic, so that's what's going on, and it's not for you. There's no you, there's no one, it's empty. Everything is empty. There's no inside, there's no outside. This is everything. That room where you're in, or that's everything. There's no outside. This is everything already. And there's tabling, sitting, feeling something. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, so many people.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.